Adolf Hitler's name evokes a visceral reaction from people around the world. His reign as the dictator of Nazi Germany from 1933 to 1945 stands as a chilling testament to the destructive power of hatred and unchecked ambition. Hitler's legacy is inextricably linked to the horrors of the Holocaust, the systematic genocide of 6 million Jews and millions of others deemed undesirable by the Nazi regime. This dark chapter in human history serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the consequences of unchecked extremism. It is crucial to understand the events that led to Hitler's rise and the atrocities committed under his rule. Adolf Hitler's early life was marked by both normalcy and hints of the darkness that would later consume him. Born in Braunau am Inn, Austria, on April 20, 1889, Hitler was the fourth of 6 children born to Alois and Clara Hitler. His childhood was relatively unremarkable, marked by a strained relationship with his strict father and a close bond with his mother. Hitler's artistic aspirations led him to Vienna, where he hoped to study at the prestigious Academy of Fine Arts. Twice rejected, he found himself adrift, scraping by as a struggling artist and selling postcards to tourists. It was during this period that his anti-Semitic views, already present, began to solidify, influenced by the pervasive anti-Jewish sentiment in Vienna at the time. World War I was a crucible that forged Adolf Hitler's worldview. The horrors of trench warfare, the camaraderie of his comrades, and the sting of defeat left an indelible mark on his psyche. He emerged from the conflict a changed man, his beliefs hardened, his resolve strengthened. The war in many ways provided the fertile ground upon which his extremist ideology would flourish. The Treaty of Versailles, which formally ended the war, became a focal point for Hitler's rage. He viewed its harsh terms, including territorial losses, crippling reparations, and the infamous war guilt clause, as a national humiliation. He skillfully exploited this resentment, channeling it into a powerful narrative of victimhood and revenge that resonated with many Germans. Section 4. The Rise of the Nazi Party. The early 1920s were a turbulent time in Germany. The nation was mired in economic depression, political instability reigned, and the Treaty of Versailles continued to cast a long shadow. It was in this climate of fear and uncertainty that Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party rose to prominence, exploiting the desperation of the German people to advance their own sinister agenda. Hitler's failed attempt to seize power in the 1923 Beer Hall Putsch, a poorly planned coup attempt in Munich, proved to be a turning point. While the putsch landed him in prison, it also provided him with a national platform. His trial and subsequent imprisonment allowed him to spread his message to a wider audience, and his book, Mein Kampf, written while incarcerated, outlined his twisted ideology for the world to see. Released from prison after serving a short sentence, Hitler adopted a new strategy, a relentless pursuit of power through legal means. He understood that to achieve his goals, he needed to secure the support of the masses. The Nazi Party, under his leadership, transformed itself into a well-oiled political machine, employing sophisticated propaganda techniques, mass rallies, and a paramilitary organization, the SA, to intimidate opponents and project an image of strength and order. Section 5. The Nazi Grip, Terror and War. By 1933, the Nazi Party had become the largest political force in Germany. Exploiting a political crisis, Hitler was appointed Chancellor on January 30, 1933, marking a turning point in German history. With chilling swiftness, he dismantled the Weimar Republic, transforming Germany into a totalitarian dictatorship ruled by fear and oppression. The Nazi regime wasted no time in consolidating its power. The Reichstag fire, a suspicious blaze that gutted the German parliament building, was used as a pretext to suspend civil liberties and unleash a reign of terror against political opponents. The Gestapo, the Nazi secret police, became a symbol of fear, silencing dissent with ruthless efficiency. Hitler's foreign policy was driven by his ambition to restore Germany to its former glory and achieve his twisted vision of a greater German Reich. he embarked on a campaign of territorial expansion, remilitarizing the Rhineland, annexing Austria and dismembering Czechoslovakia, all the while facing little resistance from the appeasing Western powers. The invasion of Poland on September 1st, 1939, marked the beginning of World War II, plunging Europe into its darkest chapter.